this is going to be my weekly outlook for this week, I would say, until December. So we've got 2 more weeks until December, and now the government's back open. First, what we do on the weekly outlook, I would say, is probably look at the news drivers for me personally. So I'll see if the market actually has type of a bias or push. But right now, obviously, it is going to be massive amounts of news because the USA government have just opened back up. So yeah, we've got USD again. Very hard news drivers again. So right now it's Monday. No news Monday. We don't really trade. We try to look at the chart on Monday as an indicator, and pretty much that's basically it. We don't trade on Monday unless we see maybe the end of today we see a bias. Maybe we take it for the rest of the week. But right now, I'm gonna see how this candle closes before anything else happens. So obviously we got Tuesday. So after Monday, we might see confluences after Tuesday, and then obviously no news on Tuesday. So right now, what I'm looking for is Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday to be big news drivers in the market, because obviously there's news, and obviously a lot of it will be released by USD. And on Tuesday as well, I would say we've seen news happen where there's no news at all, because Donald Trump's tweeted or something's happened in the world. But right now, I'm looking at this core news. But yeah, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Wednesday we might see a potential move. Thursday we might see a potential move. And Friday we might see a potential move. But overall, I'm gonna be looking for a swing trade on the 4-hour time chart, because I'm probably gonna take a trade on Tuesday and wait and wait and wait. But right now, I don't think it's worth it to trade Thursday or Friday. Taking a swing trade for 2 days, I don't think it's really worth it, because obviously a 2-day swing trade, you're not going to see a lot of because you're not trading for the entire week. But yeah, let's carry on. If you're trading Thursday or Friday, I would trade intraday if I was you on a 15-minute time scale. But yeah, let's get into the chart now. So obviously we've been looking at the chart, and it is a bullish bias in the past few weeks. And I took a loss last week because I thought we've entered the FEG now, and I'll invest and shoot up to the next row, which is here. So obviously the week has been bullish. So starting from September to November. So basically second half of the year, bullish bias. Right now, we're in a weekly FEG. Obviously, it stopped here, which is a very, very good indicator that it's going to shoot up to the next row. And then we've got obviously the start of Monday of the week, and it's already beginning to form a bullish candle. So what I'm thinking of doing is a bullish week throughout the week. Obviously, I'm going to have to wait and see how this candle on Monday closes, because that's very important. How this candle closes, we can see how it'll affect the market. So right now, I'm looking, well, one of the potential things that I'm looking for is maybe hitting that draw, then it goes down, and then lastly it goes and hits the final draw. And that is what I'm looking for throughout this week. So it might go up, down, and up throughout the week. So yeah, but basically overall hitting this draw, and then maybe potentially this draw as well, if we get enough momentum. But obviously the government is back open, so most likely maybe hitting this draw is most 100% likely, because news drivers and impact drivers are live again. But most likely I think it might be here in this draw right here. But yeah, but the thing is, right now we're looking at the week, and obviously we've had a lot of bearish days. So yeah, it goes down, it continues down, it continues down, and it continues down. And see, there's a good indicator where it might be bullish because obviously Thursday, Friday, and the rest of the week in general on the 4 hour time chart is now bullish. And as you can see, this last candle is manipulated down and went straight back up. So that's another good indicator that it might be bullish bias, So when looking at this as well, obviously right now it's still the start, it's still the Monday morning. Right now, if I was to take a bearish trade for USD as well, then I'd aim for these lows. But right now, it's disrespected this FEG. We're going to see what happens in this FEG as well. If it disrespects this FEG, then most likely I'll be taking this trade to the next point, which is here, as you see right here. But yeah, we'll see if I win or lose. If I win, then my confluences were very clear. Secondly, we're looking at the chart as well on this daily. I think on this daily as well, we're in a clear FEG, so we might even take this and then go straight back up. I just don't know right now, but right now, when we're looking at the market, we have to look at probabilities, and my probability, my senses are telling me it's bullish. Hopefully, bullish right now, but obviously, the daily FEG says otherwise. Right now, is respecting it. But yeah, that's a very key indicator. And if I was going to take the trade, I'd probably take it on this GU instead of EU, because obviously GU is looking very, very good for a long. So right now, I mean a short position, well, long GU. So I'd probably be looking at this trade, or I'll just say it again, I'll be looking at maybe taking it from here, maybe a 2RR, or I might be looking at taking it on where is it, short position from here, as I mentioned earlier. So obviously right now when I'm looking at it, I'm looking at maybe taking it from here as well, maybe catch a 3RR, because obviously, as I said again, the next draw on the daily or on the weekly is that weekly candle right here, which should, yeah, so yeah, literally coincides with the candle right there. But yeah, that's pretty much my bias for right now. Nothing's really going to have to change, because obviously right now it's still Monday, and we'll see how the candle closes. If the candle closes where we're pushing up through this FEG, as already seen, we're already pushing up through the FEG, I'm gonna be taking a bullish bias for this week. If the candle's taking a bearish, it's not gonna push through, I'm guessing. But we'll have to wait and see on Monday and Tuesday, and then we can see our confluences. But as I said again, I will probably be taking it in GU because it is a weaker pair. But don't get me wrong, there is also your Euro USD, because Euro USD is looking like the same, where obviously right now we could either go head for this draw, and obviously it's being bullish, or you could be heading for this draw or this draw again, as I said again, just comparing it. So I'm explaining my strategy as well. So obviously it's still respecting the FEG right now on the weekly time frame. and I'll probably head for these lows, hopefully, most likely these lows, I'm guessing, because at the end of the day, it is just a guess. As I would say, it's just a educated guess, because that is what trading is, educated guesses. So obviously, right now Monday it might go down, head for these lows. But as I said again, EU on the last days have been very shaky, where I've taken a trade for bullish bias, and then it's ripped up and up and up and taken these highs and then gone down. Like as you see again, these very big long candlesticks right here. Like it's a very clear, like, I don't know if it's manipulation, but right now it's going down to bearish and it's respecting the weekly FEG. So right now that's my confluences, and I think pretty simple. News drivers are back on again. I think it's a very good time to trade again until December. As I said again, if we are taking this, then there'd be another 2.5 RR trade right now, and my stop loss, my invalidation would probably be these highs, because these highs were probably formed from the other daily candles. I said again, because if it does push through this, then that's my invalidation. If it doesn't, then I'll go down. Same again. This will be my validation. This is when the FEG will probably invalidate for the week. But yeah, we'll have to wait and see. Hopefully you do like this weekly outlook and this trading weekly outlook, because I do normally plan for my sessions. But yeah, I think if you do like the video, you should like and subscribe, and I think it's a very good basis video for how to conform weekly bias through looking at Forex Factory, looking at the news drivers, looking on Monday and seeing how your confluences happen. But yeah,